Alright, legends, welcome along to another little episode of Here's Rodder's Reviews. I'm your host, Rodney Stewart, and we're doing another episode from Season 1 of the Transformers, the original series. Absolutely fantastic. This episode was called Cosmic Rust. I enjoyed this one heck of a lot. Almost completely forgot about this one too. There's some really great visual moments in this here that if you've seen any of compilation clips on YouTube of Transformers Generation 1, there'll be a few bits of this episode will jump out. The Statue of Liberty plays a massive part in this episode. At the beginning of the episode, the Decepticons are flying through space on Astro Train. Megatron, Starscream and Rumble are in there, and they come across a planet that has the Autobot symbol on it. So of course they go to investigate, and when they land they find a deserted city. There's this big pillar and it has inscriptions on it written in ancient Autobot, essentially, and they don't really understand it, but they manage to start a holographic recording from way back in time. The place is completely deserted, falling apart, and this recording is activated that basically warns them, it's kind of like in rhyme, that they should leave now and never return to Cybertron, because whatever happened here and ended the civilization is now going to happen anybody that hits this planet, and the best thing they can do is just never return to Cybertron, more or less. So of course the Decepticons, when the Decepticons think, okay, this is an ancient Autobot trap that's been left there to stop them finding whatever's here, more or less. If there's a booby trap at the door, the way Starscream kind of looked at it, if there's a booby trap at the door, it means there's treasure on the other side of it. So they go disregard the message, and they find this thing called a lightning bug, which is a weapon, like a heat ray that was built by the ancient Autobots. And Megatron is now happy that he's got a weapon that he can use that can destroy the Autobots, that was also built by the Autobots. So they leave board Astro Train to return to Earth, and as they do, there's a little asteroid that is on a collision course with them, and of course they use this lightning bug heat ray to destroy it, but shrapnel from the asteroid hits Astro Train and also hits Megatron in the chest. So they get back to Earth, and they discover that through this piece of shrapnel, Megatron has become infected by cosmic rust, and the only thing that's going to help him now is, luckily enough for Megatron, at the exact same point that this has happened, Perceptor over on the Autobot side has come up with this new compound called Corostop that will protect Earth's monuments from acid rain and that sort of thing. And the Autobots want to eventually coat all of Earth's monuments with this stuff to protect them from the elements, as like a thank you to the humans. Of course, this is the answer to Megatron's problems right here. So he, knowing that Perceptor could come up with an idea, sends the Decepticons to go kidnap him, bring him back to Decepticon headquarters, and he works out what's going on. It's the asteroid, and unfortunately for Megatron, this heat ray, which is the ultimate weapon for Megatron at this point, is actually, my lip is bleeding, I've just noticed. Lethal. But a dead skin that I was playing with there, I actually just mangled my lip. Anyway, for anybody listening to this in the audio, will not need to worry about that. I'm pretty sure everybody in the video will not give a shit either. But anyway, so Megatron is taking it as a bit of deceit on Perceptor's part, that Perceptor's even suggesting that they should destroy the lightning bug at this point, because this is what's making the infection, the cosmic rust, spread even quicker. That's the fact that it's in close proximity of it, and the power source that it uses is actually making the cosmic rust spread even quicker. But Perceptor does have a vial of the Corostop with him, and he tries a bit of that on Megatron's hand, and it pretty much cures him on the spot. The cosmic rust disappears, and Megatron grabs hold of the vial and starts to, rub the rest of it over his body. At this point, he's almost completely covered in cosmic rust, and yes, it's enough for them to pretty much heal themselves at this point from the cosmic rust. We cut to the Autobots, and Cosmos is returning to Earth with the devastating news that there is no more of Element X. He calls it. It's like a secret ingredient for Corostop. They don't know. They can't naturally find it anywhere else. So the little vial that Perceptor had that saved the Decepticons was the last of this Corostop. So yes, what's going to happen now? Megatron returns Perceptor to the Autobots, and yes, has an idea to destroy the Autobots, and that is he's got Perceptor infected right now, and he has him tied up in the desert, and a bomb attached to him essentially, and he tells Optimus Prime, you're going to have to go and get him before midday, because the sun is going to come across, and Perceptor, whenever he transforms onto a microscope. So the sun will come through the microscope itself and just blow Perceptor up. The heat from the sun going through the lenses will trigger the explosion. So Optimus Prime, being Optimus Prime, knows that this is indeed a trap, but he has to save his friend. That's just, there's no second guessing when it comes to Optimus Prime in this situation. It's like it's a friend in need. He's going to do what he has to do to save him, and he does. He rescues Perceptor very quickly and gets infected in the process, and unfortunately the rest of the Autobots get infected as well. They're trapped now with the thought of, what are we going to do here? There's no Corostop left. We can't get an element to replace the element we need, but they do have a device in Autobot headquarters that's like a matter duplicator, but it's a device they never really got to work before. And at this point, Megatron has came to Autobot headquarters, and he's got the lightning bug, and he's using it to heat Autobot headquarters up, and basically not cook them, but he wants to hurt them, and hurt them bad. And if he raises the temperature inside Autobot headquarters using the lightning bug, knowing that its energy will also increase the infection rate of cosmic rust, he's just a real nasty piece of work at this point. But having returned to Decepticon headquarters, he eventually gets word back from Soundwave and Laserbeak that the Autobots have discovered that they now have a way of getting out of the cosmic rust situation, and that is the matter duplicator. They got it to work. All they need to do now is go and scrape a bit of the Corostop from the Statue of Liberty, which was the first monument they covered in this stuff for the as a thank you to the humans was Miss Liberty herself. So what they need to do is go scrape a little bit of the original car stop from the statue, and then they can duplicate that and then mass produce it and rescue themselves. So we get a final battle at the Statue of Liberty in this episode, which is great. And again, it's one of these things, if you see any of the compilation clips on YouTube, you'll see parts of that battle at the Statue of Liberty. Great little end to the episode, and the Autobots do get the upper hand, of course. They always do at the end of the episode for the most part. And yes, there's a little celebration at the end where, you know, we've saved ourselves and we've saved the lady as well. And Optimus Prime's like, what lady? Bumblebee is like, this lady, points up at the Statue of Liberty. Great little episode. Absolutely love this one. And once again, I need to apologise to anybody that was subscribed to this channel for the 80s stuff. Slipped up in a major way. It's been probably a couple of months at this point since we've got regular episodes up, but we're back now. I have got a newfound motivation right now to keep up with this stuff, so we're going to be at it every day if we can. Hopefully, I'm not going to make a solid gold promise at this point, but I'm going to try my hardest to get these episodes up on a daily basis from here on. So guys, thank you for checking out the episode, and until the next one, stay safe.